Hello, good people, and welcome to Dual Market Academy. In our today's session, we are going to talk about two very important elements which greatly affect traders in the industry. We are going to look at how are you able to tell if your trading activities are being driven by fear or if your trading activities are being driven by greed. Fear and greed have greatly determined if a trader is going to be profitable or if a trader is just going to donate his money into the markets. So to begin with, let's look at how are you able to tell if a trader is guided by fear. One major characteristic of a trader who is guided by fear is that these people are not ready to lose. This person is not ready to be wrong. Any position they take or any decision they take into the market, they believe it is correct and that the markets must obey their positions. So a typical person who is being driven by fear will look at the markets and say, okay, seems like from my analysis, the markets are moving up. So let me take a position for a pair which is going up. But remember, this person is not ready to lose. It's not ready to accept that they are wrong. And because they are not ready to lose, what happens is they will keep a position, but they don't put a stop limit. They don't say, okay, I've taken this position, the markets could go against me, and so this is the amount I'm willing to lose. No, they will say, I've taken a position, and by all means, these markets must move up or they must obey my prediction. But what happens? The markets start going down. They don't obey the trader's prediction, but this person just hangs on there. They don't want to take that loss, or they don't have a limit up to what point are they going to exit the market. So you have that position. It is going against your way. You are not ready to lose. But what happens then? The person keeps adding new positions. They will add on new positions, hoping that the markets will turn and follow their prediction, and then they will benefit as the markets move up. Puts another position. It does not obey the prediction. Continue putting more and more positions. So what follows is it will get to a point whereby the loss is too huge for this person to exit. And they will keep hanging in there for days, for weeks, or even months, hoping that the market might go back in their direction. But in most cases, this has proved to be detrimental because the markets might never obey that previous prediction you had. And what follows is that the person ends up blowing the account. Not because they are not seeing what is happening, they are able to see that, but they don't want to admit that they are wrong. They are not ready to lose. They are not ready to have a wrong position or a wrong decision they have made into the markets. But the markets don't work that way. You must come in, have a plan that I'm taking a position, it might go against me, then I need to have a way of managing my risk or way of managing how far I'm able to accommodate or absorb that loss. So anytime you find yourself operating under fear, one thing, you're not ready to lose, you don't want to accept that you are wrong, and you keep adding positions onto the losing ones. You add until to a point whereby either the account is closed automatically or you cannot bear that loss. Then you end up blowing the account. That's person who is guided by fear. So somebody who is guided by greed, on the other end, is somebody who comes in and they're looking for the big bang. They are thinking that I'm going to make the money I've always wanted to make in one move. Or maybe the fantasies I've had about big money, it's gonna come with one position I'm going to take. So this person might take a position, it goes their way, and if it goes their way, then something kicks in them that I need now to put in more and more positions. I need to put big lot sizes. So this person ends up over leveraging, putting position sizes which probably are not manageable up to some point whenever markets are against. But because this person wants to make more and more money, they keep hanging on to those positions without putting a take profit limit. They don't say, yes, the markets have gone my way. I need to have a limit of how far I need to take my profit. And just in case things go against me, at this point, this profit will be enough. No, they don't do that. They keep adding the lot sizes, hoping that now, if they wanted to make 100%, 200%, 300% of their account, then at some point they might even triple and make much more money and shout about it. No. You need to have a limit of how much are you willing to take as profit, because if you end up having big lot sizes, you don't put a take profit limit, then the market starts going against you. What happens is now the fear factor starts kicking in. And this person, once they start operating under fear, then they will not even have any plan to manage that. They will start thinking about the much they were supposed to make. Now it turns against them. They start losing the amount they had accumulated. And it goes on and goes on up to a point whereby now it starts eating into their capital and the account is blown. So from this description of a person guided or a trader guided by fear and greed, you can see there is a very thin line between these two people. One, these people want to have a scenario whereby they are always correct. They want to have a scenario whereby they are always predicting the right direction of the market. But that is not possible. You need to have, as much as you are managing at what point I should exit the market when I'm wrong, you should also have a point whereby you are exiting when you are correct. Because if you keep hanging on hoping that you make more, then at some point things might go against you and then you start operating under fear. So managing these two elements is very important, because if you don't manage these two elements, then your emotions and your psychological state will now start affecting your trades. And eventually, you will not make money. So having looked at these two elements, I'm sure you are able now to know, when am I operating under fear, and when as a trader am I operating under greed. And this brings us to the end of our discussion today. But you can book a session online with us with the numbers on your screen, so that we can discuss more about fear and greed and any other question you might have regarding the forex trading. But in our other sessions to come, we are going to look at how do you manage fear and greed so that you are able to operate at a state whereby you are ready whichever way the markets move, with a plan to protect your capital and also to protect any gains you might have once you start making profits. But the most important is to always take care of any drawdown, any losses which might come when the markets go against you. Kindly leave us a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you'll be notified once we release our next video. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.